we get a lot of Laura, and that's Laura Farmer, and I'm Cindy Williams, and we're both admins in John Johnson's main Facebook group. So we get a lot of questions from from members that are asking us, where is this document? Where is that document? Where do I start? What do I do? So on and so forth. And also, Laura pointed out to me with the fact that there's a lot of members today that use their cell phones for everything. Personally, I'm not one of those people, but I know that there are a lot of you that are. So Laura is very good with how to use the phone, how to use it as a tool for your rNetwork business. So we thought we'd come on and maybe do these weekly for any new members or members that have been around for quite a while and just want a little bit of direction, as to where to go to find what and how to do this and that, so on and so forth. So we did a little test Zoom last week with a few people. And today is actually our first Zoom call that we're doing where we've invited all members. And we hope that you get some value out of it and would be able to also share that with your teams or invite them to the call, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my part of it. I'm going to do a screen share here, which is going to, okay. Can y'all see my screen? Yeah, Laura, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. When you first join rNetwork and all the groups, you come in, just say you're on John Johnson's team, you come into our group, and then you have to go to this corporate group, that corporate group, this other group, that other group, so on and so forth. So it can get a little confusing and a little daunting for new members because we do have a lot of groups. So part of what I want to show you today, or what I want to show you, is where to start, what to do first when you first join our group or when you have a new member that joins our group. The one thing that we have in our group, this is our John Johnson's Facebook page, which has recently been renamed to Revolutionary Independent Members of rNetwork. So make sure y'all take note of that, okay? When you first come onto this page, get rid of that, you're going to see this pinned post. Now, Laura will go over the parts. I guess it's different when you see it on a phone versus a laptop. Okay, so I'm sharing this right now from my laptop. The first thing that comes up for me is always this discussion page right here. Okay, and at that on that page, announcements or the pin, you can only pin one post to each Facebook page, okay? And what that pin post means is that it will always be the very first page that you see when you come into this Facebook group or any Facebook group, basically. And most Facebook groups do have that. And what the pin post is there for is to give you direction as to what to do in this group or what the group's about and so on and so forth. So this is our pin post. You'll always look for this, okay? And sometimes there is another post exactly like this floating around in the group, because when you pin a post, it stays there, but the original post floats around. That's just the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. That's a Facebook thing. So direct all of your new members or your current team members, if they are not sure what to do and where to go to find what, to this link in our page, okay? And as you can read it here for all new members to come in. And in here, what you're going to find, a few weeks back, I did a short little video. It's about 5 minutes long, and I play it for you guys right now, but I can start to play it, and then let me know if you can hear it. Laura, if you could let me know if you can hear it, because sometimes you can't hear the audio on a video. So let me know. Let me just play that real quick. one of the admins here in the rNetwork and revvcard affiliates Facebook group. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you to our team and welcome you to rNetwork. I decided to create a short video here to kind of give you a little bit of direction. You know, you're new to our team, new to the group, new to rNetwork. So you're saying, what do I do now? Where do I start? You know, how do I begin? Okay, that's what I'm going to hopefully give you a little bit of direction to do. So once you finish listening to this video, you're going to go ahead and read everything else that's included in our
Yeah, the audio is not good on that.
Okay. Okay. To our file section. Okay. So anyway, you kind of get the general idea. So sorry about the audio. I don't know how to connect it the right way. And then it goes on to give you a description of our group, what we're here for, so on, our admins in the Facebook group. You can take your time and read through all of this. I went through and cleaned it up a few weeks back, shortened it up. It's still a little lengthy, but I think it's important for everyone to know these things when they first join our group. Responsibilities of each team member in our group, what your responsibilities are, what our responsibilities are as admins. And it's got several links in here, and compliance, so on and so forth. And then these are the main posts that we have, where there's only 2 of them basically, that we do not allow individual posts, welcome posts, into our group. If we did that, we would have nothing but welcome posts on our Facebook page. So this is the main post. It's always here in the pinned post. If you want to welcome a new member, you come here, you click on this link right here. It takes you to that main post, welcome post. And here you can make a comment, make a new comment right here and welcome your new member. And then what happens, even though this has been around and it's here forever, anytime anybody makes a new comment on here, it brings that post right up to the top of the page, right under the pinned post. So that's where you need to go to welcome your new members, okay? So just so you know that. And it's the same thing with our, let me get back here. Sorry. Okay, and it's the same thing with our question and answer post. We don't allow individual questions, okay? Same reason. People would be asking them all day long, all over the place. And so this is the Q&A main post. If you ever have a question, you come here to the pin post, you click on this link, it'll take you to our main Q&A post. You'll ask your question, and your best bet to get an answer as quickly as possible is to tag John Johnson, okay? And that's, if anybody doesn't know how to tag, you can certainly ask and I'll show you how. But you tag John Johnson or one of the admins, one of us admins, and that way we'll get a notification and we'll go in and answer your question as quickly as we can. This is another post that is included in our file section, and it's our Facebook rules. And I highly suggest that everyone goes through that. So from there, you're going to, and then next stop is going to take you right to our Let's Get Started document. Now, again, I went through and created this a few weeks back. And what I've tried to do with that is to go steps like 1 through 6 of what new members need to do, okay? You go here, you do this. You go there, you do that. It's got the starting point for potential prospects and members, starting point for charter members, and all the links I try to make a Google link of the majority of the documents that are in our file section. That way, if you want to share them with people outside of our Facebook group, like prospects or anyone that is not, we have a lot of members that are not on Facebook. So as often as I possibly can, I will create a Google Doc of these docs that are in our file section for your ease of sharing. and then joining, it just join the corporate social media pages. You click on that, it'll take you to each page. It'll give you the links for each page and so on. So you can go and join the pages that are necessary. Our team Facebook group and YouTube channel. It's got the training units, which if you have not completed the training units, you need to do so as quickly as possible. These units are something that Dave Dove has put together in the R Rise Up group and in the on the rNetwork, rNetwork.live Facebook page, website. Okay. So again, there's a Google Doc of this. All right. But these training units are designed, it takes you through all aspects of our network. It has several marketing tips, trainings on every part of this. And I think right now there's 10 or 11 units to go through. Don't try to go through them all in one day, okay? Just take your time, go through a couple of days. They're very short, very well put together. You might have to watch a short little video or read something that he's written, but it's very, very beneficial, especially for new members or members that haven't done them yet, because again, it tells you what you need to know. So I highly suggest it. And then you just complete each unit, say you're done, make a little comment, and that's it. But it's a super good tool, a really, really good tool. Okay, and then we've also included the corporate and team calls that we have, opportunity calls, the schedule for those, the presenters, and so on and so forth. Here we go, and the Zoom links. And John Johnson has his calls, his training calls are on Monday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. So he does some updates sometimes and gives us marketing and training tips. So it's very beneficial to stay plugged. It's super important that you yourselves and you pass it along to all your team members to stay plugged in. You guys know that the way we're moving, if you're not plugged in, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss stuff. And it's really hard to go backwards and try to catch up. My suggestion is to go into each of the Facebook groups at least twice a day, maybe morning, evening, whenever it's convenient for you. Just scan through it real quick, see if there's any new updates. Dave Dove does several Facebook Live videos during the week. John Johnson is starting to do those too, I see. His are very short and sweet. I like those. So, and then, of course, let me back up real quick. You're all aware that every Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, Dave Dove, who's basically our company spokesperson, he does a corporate call every Monday with updates, announcements, everything. He talks with people. It's a Zoom call, and those are all recorded, okay, and kept on the rNetwork.live website. So you can always go there, and it tells you in here where to go to watch those, okay? So these are all, and this is basically it right here, okay? Yeah. And then I've included some important documents that you might want to have at your fingertips. If you have not gone through the field guide, it's got everything from A to Z about our network. It's something that is very easily shared. If people want a lot of information, you can always share this. We have the corporate PDF presentation for our network. It includes everything. We've got all that. The fast track, just several documents, the comp plan, compliance and support information, how to contact them, and that's basically it. So this to me is, I don't know, you guys can let me know if you think this is or is not a good thing to have, or if we need to add more to it or take away from it. But the whole gist of it is just to have members go straight to our pinned post. From there, they're directed over here to this Let's Get Started document and to our files section. So let me just go click on here. And this shows you in the pinned post how to get to the file section. It's right here on your left drop-down menu of our Facebook page. And in here are all the documents that we feel are important for you to have at your fingertips, okay? Laura's put together the Stay Connected document, which is very, very helpful. But the main thing is, I don't think a lot of people utilize our file section. We get a lot of questions, like I said, but everything is located right here. Compliance guidelines. Here's all the PowerPoints and PDFs from corporate, okay? We've got all the videos. Here's the training units. Videos, all the videos are here, okay? John's recordings every week for his training and his prospect calls, and any other videos that have been done by corporate. We just put everything on one page, and it's all labeled. Our currently approved countries, enrollment process, rules, bios. Here's the bios of the creators and John Johnson, which again is a really good document if people are looking for more information on the creators. Here you go. It's right here, okay? And it's all on Google Docs, so it's shared whether or not they're on Facebook, and the same with John Johnson. So everything is right there. But I think you understand what I'm saying here. So everything again is just listed that is important, that we feel is important. So make sure that, and if you want to, share something with someone, all you have to do is come over here to the actual document. You want to share it with somebody, you just copy this link right here. See, these are the Google Drive links. You just copy either one of these two links, and you send it to them in an email or on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. It's very simple. It keeps everything very simple for you. So basically, I think that's about all I have. And if you guys have any questions, I think it'd be better to go ahead and answer questions concerning this right now, and then we can go into Laura's training on the phones if you'd like. So if anyone has any questions right now, they can certainly unmute themselves and ask the questions. If not, we will just move on forward. Okay, we're good. If anybody has any questions at any time, just go ahead and feel free to, ask us. Laura?
Hey, Cindy?
Oh, yeah. Hi. Who is this?
This is Tara.
Hi, Tara. How are you? It just said.
And, sorry, it says the Moneymaker. That's what my computer is called.
Okay, that's a good name.
So I'm Tara, and I just want to tell you guys thank you for doing this, and thank you for all your hard work on that. All that information is incredible, like so good. But my question is, I started my units, but for some reason it's not showing up that I've done them. Do I?
That's in our Rise Up
Do you have
group.
any idea of why it's not showing up?
Well,
yes.
Are you clicking done when you finish each one?
Well, I think I am. But if you look at my thing, it says I haven't done them.
Are
Okay.
you doing it in Rise Up or in the rNetwork.live group or page, website?
I think it's in Rise Up.
Okay, so is my screen? No, it's not still sharing, is it? Okay. Come on, machine. Let me just share this really quickly. Okay, so I've come over here to the Rise Up group, and okay, to access the units over here, which is indicated in that document, it's right over here on the left side in the units section. You just click on that, and then this is like mine right here. Okay, so it's specific to me, to the user of the computer or the phone. That will give you where you're at with the units. Okay. Here we go. So right now, okay, so they've added more. I was completed last week. But each unit that you go into, okay, so here is unit 1, okay? And let me back up. Okay, as you can see here, unit 1 consists of 9 posts. Okay? So what you need to do is you go in here, you click here, and each of these sections you need to go into. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay. So you go in, this is unit 1 right here. Welcome, it's just to listen to this little video. Then when you're done, now see, I can't click it because I've already done it. So if it shows like dark and does not have a check mark, you need to click it. If you've completed a unit, you need to click that and then it'll give you a check mark. Does that make sense, Tata?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll go back and check that.
Yeah, because I've not had any issues. Each one you have to do that with, yeah. And you can make a comment if you want to. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I just appreciate that. I'll go back and look at, and maybe it is darkened and I just didn't realize it might be dark.
Yeah. So in here, and let me see if I can show you. See, like on mine right here, it shows 10 of 11. So there's 11 units. So each one consists of a different number of posts that you have to go through and the computer stop and search through. So, and it'll be highlighted if you haven't. Okay, so see on here, this is completed, right? Okay, see these little green check marks show that I've completed them. All right, now here's a new one that John Stahl has added, and you can see this one, I've done 2 of them, and now they added this, okay? So I have to go in here and complete this one now. Oh, okay, so I have to listen to John's video. So I'll go back and do that later. But that kind of gives you a better idea of it, does it not? Yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
See how this one is right here? Because I haven't done it yet. So, yeah. Okay, so maybe that helps everybody kind of give you an idea of what's going on with it. So, okay. Thank you for that question. Thank
you. I appreciate you explaining that.
Sure. Thank you for asking. And thanks for coming on. Okay, anybody else have any questions about anything that I've talked about? You're all good to go, huh? All righty. You're welcome, Carissa. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Laura. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to go ahead and ask questions once she's done with her presentation. Or if you have any other questions that we might be able to help you with, that's what we're here for. So Laura, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself out and you can take it away, my friend.
Great. Thanks, Cindy. Appreciate it. So I'm going to share my phone. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. This was able to share just a moment ago. Hopefully, hang on a second.
It says that you're beginning to share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does everybody see that? So that's my phone, and so I'm going to just do a kind of a walkthrough. A lot of times, when you're on your phone, you may, and actually anything that I'm sharing here is going to be some really basic stuff. There may be for other people though that don't really know how to utilize their phone. It will be very, very useful. I guarantee you that. And I'll be showing you some stuff about the YouTube channel, some stuff about our Network Corporates page as well, and just kind of be able to help you navigate better through your phone system. Your phone in my opinion, I know Cindy uses her computer. I find it too troublesome to go and get my laptop or jump on my computer sometimes, and my phone's always with me, and too much. I'm on it too much. But this is your business, and with the announcements that are coming out on November 6th, you're going to see yourself using it a lot more, I guarantee you. So first of all, what I would like for you to do is, this is an iPhone, and it may be a little bit different on your Android. If you have something you want to input while I'm going through this, for those who are getting confused as far as the iPhone to the Android, please pipe in. This part of it is kind of interactive, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I might even have a question or two for those that have Android. So for right now, what I'd like for you to do is just, if you have your phone, you know, look at your phone screen and go to the icon that looks like this. It has like it's at the bottom of the screen I'm kind of pointing to with my cursor. It's got the people on it. That actually represents groups. So if you can tap on the groups section, it'll take you to this page where I want you to then go to settings. Up here at the top, you can see settings.
Laura, can you back up a minute? I couldn't see anything where you were, before you got to the groups, you said go here and it'll take you to the groups.
Sure.
Couldn't see anything on there.
Sure. So do you see my cursor on the bottom of the screen? It's got the people. See
no. Let me bigger, make it this bigger. Maybe that's my problem. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, where my stuff was that. Okay. So we still can't see it at all.
So mine, on my phone, it'll be on the bottom. On the Android, I'm not sure where the group of people will be on your phone.
So first you go to Facebook on your phone.
Sorry, please go to Facebook.
And then are you able to scroll up at all on that picture or not? There we go. Now where's your cursor?
Well, it's still at the bottom because this is a stationary picture. This is just This is a screenshot of what my screen looks like right now when I'm looking at it. And so it's the little group of people. So from there, I want you to go from the group of people to the settings icon that's at the very top on the iPhone up here. It should be up in the upper right-hand corner, possibly. You might see a little sprocket. And so you want to click on that. And then from here, we're going to go to pins. And what we're going to do is we're going to just pin the most important Facebook groups. And so for your own business, for me, it is, this is where you're going to be able to choose like your Facebook groups. And so mine are independent affiliates. And so I can come over here to the side. Now I'll have a bunch down here on the bottom that they're not highlighted because they're not as important to me. So if I wanted it to be, I could just click on that little pin on the side here, and what's going to happen is it's going to jump up here to the top. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done getting them pinned. So you want to go through though, and you'd want to, for me, it would be Our World, Our Rise Up. It would be John's Facebook group, Revolutionaries. There's also one that's our independent affiliates. It's our shopping group, or the savings group that we have. And then we also have Jeremy Jenkins' group, which is this one, Kaizen Network. I also have the Our Mobile Testimonials group. And so after you choose which groups that you find are the most important for your business, and you've clicked them all to make them all blue, then you come back over and you would want to, I'll show you what that looks like actually right now. This is what mine looks like now. And you can actually go back, you can actually go, when we're in that one settings area, you can actually move these around. If you just click and hold and drag them, they'll move with you wherever you want them, when you want to prioritize them. So this is what mine ends up ends up looking like. So I can go in really quick and just find whatever group that I want, and meaning, you know, rNetwork is my first priority. So from there, does anyone have any questions on that? Okay. From there, then we're going to go back into those settings. So you want to click on your groups again and hit this settings area up here at the top. And we're going to go into the notifications. Now you can actually go into the notifications on each and every group separately, or so like you could go back to the groups that you just pinned and you could click on them and then go into the notifications separately, or you can go up to that settings area that I just showed you that has the little sprocket from your groups, and just click on that, go into notifications, and you'll notice that I wish that this was in order according to what my groups are, but it's not. But you'll notice that each one of these has Facebook has a default. It's always highlights. And so if you want for Facebook, this is the way I look at it, do I really want for Facebook to notify me as to what they think is important, or do I want for Facebook to notify me as to what I think is important? And so what you do is on those little tabs, you go into, let me find one of my groups here. You guys are getting to know too much about me here. Let's see here. Well, shoot.
Laura, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Leanne asked, is there a maximum number of groups that can be pinned?
Yes, there are. I know on the iPhone, I think it's 10. So I don't know what it is on anyone else on the Androids. So right here, I've got Kaizen Network. That's Jeremy's group. So you'll notice that I have all posts. So how you do that is you would click on the default, whatever Facebook has it as, and you would click on that little arrow, you know, right in here, and just click on it, and you'll see that I have, you click from highlights, you click on all posts. That's all you need to do is just click on all posts. Now what's going to happen now is you're going to get all the posts that when you go and you do it for each individual group, you're going to get all the posts that say Dave does in our Rise Up, that John does in Revvolutionaries. You're going to get it right now. You're going to get it. And that's what I want. I want to be able to have that information at my fingertips right now so that I can then pass it on to my team or to any chat groups that I'm in or that I'm adminning, whatever it is, so that I can get it out right away to the people that need to know this information. That's really the reason why Cindy and I are sharing this information with you now, is because so often we get so many questions. And with you being the owner of your own business and your line growing, especially after November 6th, probably exponentially, you're going to want to know this stuff right away so that you can keep your team notified. I mean, if you don't want to be doing double work, I guess is what I'm saying, and having your teams and those teams coming to you, then that's what we're doing this for, so that you can then train your people so that then they can train their people, and so forth and so on. Something I want to just share with you really quickly, I'm going to go into John's Facebook group right here, and something that I did when I was very first learning, I'm just kind of like this, but I read pretty much everything there is that comes across, watch all the videos, whatever. You can see, like on this post here, there is 3 dots. And when you click on those 3 dots, and this is going to be the same in Android, you click on the 3 dots, and you can see down through here options that you can do. So so you can turn on notifications for this post. So typically this will not say turn off. It will say turn on if you haven't done it yet. It'll say turn on notifications. And what that's going to do is when you go back to Facebook, down here at the very bottom of my screen, you'll see I've got a little bell, and I'll get numbers down there. And that means I've got notifications that I need to click on and see what's going on. Typically, it's a lot of stuff regarding rNetwork. And so then I click on each one of these notifications to see if there's a question, and it will take me right to that post that got clicked on. Typically it's like a question or something, but what I would do is I would click on every post that came across. I would click on those 3 dots, and then I would see if there'd be any questions or answers on there, because then that's how we learn, right? Somebody asks a question, well, now I have the answer to that I can now pass on to my team if the question ever comes up. I like to think that when my team asks me a question, that I'm pretty knowledgeable in whatever it is that question is, and I can just give it to them right away. And so that's how we as team leaders will be better in our own businesses. Let's see if there's something else here. I know there is, because I've got stuff here. Okay. Does anyone have any questions before I go on to the next section? Okay, so right now I'm going to go back to my home button on my Facebook, in my Facebook page, and that's right here. This is my home button. This is how I know I'm back on where all the information is. That I can actually go right up here to the top where this little magnifying glass is, and I'm going to click on that. And if you haven't done this already, you'll want to go to our rNetwork corporate. And so this is really important. If you haven't done this yet, and I think that there's probably quite a few people that haven't, this area right here, send message. So this is the corporate page. So I'm going to go to the corporate page. So I have to click on it first. After I do a search for it, I'm going to click on it. Oops. And then it will take me to the corporate page. You can see this blue box right here, and it says send message. What this is going to do is, if you haven't done it already, is it's going to, when you click on it, it's going to automate for rNetwork to know that they can now send you messages, updates, when there are calls at 6 o'clock every day, or say Dave Dove's got a call at 2 o'clock, or there's some other event or something. They can send that through to you automatically through your messenger. And so it's really important that you do that search for rNetwork corporate, and then click on that link, and then it will take you right here to rNetwork corporate, and click on that blue message. So important.
And Laura, that information is also included in the Let's Get Started document. So just know that it's available there too, guys, okay? Thanks.
Thanks, Cindy.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. So now I'm going to just kind of go back to, Cindy had mentioned that, I would kind of go over the groups, and you see how easy I can just navigate through there as I go to my groups, and they just pull right up. So let's just go into Rise Up, and I want to just show you what each and every one, what these things are right in here. Mentorship, I don't ever really do anything with. Units. So on the phone, you saw that on Cindy's computer, she had everything on the left-hand side of her screen. But on the phone, you're going to see everything pretty much under the name of the group. And this is also where you can actually go in. If you were to click on the name of the group, you could actually change your notifications there, or you can go up here to the 3 dots and change your notifications up here as well. So if I click on those 3 dots up at the top, right here individually, then you can actually go in and you can do whatever you want pretty much with this group, and pin it and whatever. So that's just a little sideline tip. So as we go across here, so the units, we know what the units is all about. The units is going to come up, and it's going to show you all the things that that Cindy was talking about. And then announcements. So the announcements right here is where, if you click on it, you're going to get the most recent things that have been in there in the group. And so you can just kind of scroll down through there and find what you're looking for. You can do a watch party. There's photos, events. If there's an event for our group, if we're having like a live meeting or anything like that. The files, okay, so the events, let me just go there really quick. So the events are some videos that have all taken place, that like our prospect calls, the call that Dave did just a little bit ago. And yeah, you see the prospect calls there as well, that you can just click in and review. The only way you can share from this group, this is a charter member group. They have to be a member of this group in order for you to share from it. And let's see, and then we've got the files section, which you're going to see all the PDFs. And this goes the same for John's groups as well. Any of our groups on the phone, you're going to see those icons, and you'll be able to find a lot of information in the files section, as Cindy was sharing with you on John's group page. Now the albums area right here, that's going to be some videos. So this is an area where you're going to be able to pick up a lot of videos and be able to watch, review, share. Like I said, if they're in this group, you can share it from this page. Okay.
Elaine, I'm sorry, Laura.
Yep.
Leanne just asked if you can explain what a watch party is.
Oh,
and
sure.
how you do it.
Sure. So you got a watch party. You want to start a watch party. I would have to choose the video. Oops. I'd have to add a video to it in order to do it. But since I'm in that, I don't want to like do one. But you can see that there are videos that I can choose from, but I don't recommend any of these. Oops, I do not want that. I need to go back and remove that. Anyways, so I think that actually, to be honest with you, I have never done a watch party. I've been tempted to do it, but I haven't. But
I did one recently. First time I'd ever done it. Okay.
Can you just click on the video and then choose watch party on it?
Well, I actually did that on one of the Facebook Live that I did.
Yeah.
It asked me if I wanted to share, if I wanted to share it to my watch party or whatever, or the other, just share it normally. So I clicked that, and it stays out there for, I think, so many days or for so many views. I don't know. It just stays out there as long as there's activity on it. And it's something that you want to share to continue going out into Facebook, which Facebook loves those. Anytime, this is what that I think Dave shared with us, and maybe some of us already know, but Facebook likes Facebook. They want everybody to stay on Facebook. So if you do a Facebook Live and share that out in, to your friends and out to the public and so on and so forth, Facebook will put it out there in a heartbeat. If you do a post and do a video, Facebook attach a YouTube video to it, Facebook does not like that. Okay, so watch parties, basically, if it has to do with, and my knowledge of this is very, very limited. Okay, so Facebook if you do Facebook Lives or you put a post up that doesn't take you away from Facebook, like include a video, a YouTube video, or take you to another page. It doesn't want you to do that. So if you do that, if you do a post, a simple post, you can share that in your story, and Facebook will continue to push it out to more and more people. As long as there's activity, it'll stay out there. Once it's done, you get a little notification saying your watch party is over. So that's all I can share. That's all I know thus far.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. And so from leaving this, so really quickly, I'm just going to click on my home button, and I'm going to leave Facebook. And then from there, I'm going to go into my browser, which I use Chrome. Shows at the very bottom of the page there. Let me, in case I went too fast there, let me just, let's see here. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm going to leave, so I'm going to click on my home button. And then down here on the bottom is where I keep my browser, just for those who don't have fast access. So I click on my browser. This is Chrome, or you might have Safari or something else on your phone. So then I'll click on that, and then that takes me out to my browser. And from here, I can really quickly, and I already have it saved, but I'll just go ahead and type it in, rNetwork.live. You can see that that's one of my options because I'm in there all the time. And then I just click on that. And this is the corporate website page. Now this is really good for those people that you have in your downlines that just want nothing to do with Facebook. Although we say all the time, you know, those people that don't want to have Facebook, just open up a Facebook account, make up a pseudonym kind of name, whatever they want, and then only put in rNetwork Facebook groups or whatever would pertain to their business. And then that way they can do everything on Facebook like most of corporate is. But for those that just don't want to do it, they have their units are on this page as well. All I did was click on this button up here. This is a menu button or a hamburger. It's called. You can scroll down and you can see that you can tell your prospects to come here if they want to. There's a corporate call that's on, like Cindy was saying, that's at 2 o'clock on Mondays. And it gives those times also in here. You've got the overview calls that are every night just about at 6 o'clock. And then down here is what we have, the SoundCloud. This is something that you're able to actually share. So when corporate does a video and something that you can't share from their group, most of the calls anyways are going to go right here, but you're only going to get the audio of it. And then you can click on it and you can actually listen to it, you know, within your browser. See, now something's playing now that I clicked on it. So then also what you're going to see lower down here is corporate will continually be posting things down below. Like there'll be like events that are posted in here that you can just kind of come to and just see what's going on with corporate. Right now they don't have anything posted in there, however. So now I'm going to go back to my, does anyone have any questions on that?
There is, on the laptop version of this, at the very top of this page, Laura, can you go all the way up to the top of this page?
Yeah.
Is there, if you click on the 3 lines, is there an events tab? Because there is.
There is, yes, at the very bottom. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out.
Yes, go ahead, go through that, yeah.
So this is the events. This is what's going on that we're getting ready to do on November 6th. So that's where you would come in and you could register for the November 6th meeting to get all the fabulous information. There'll be more information presented here on November 6th than has ever been presented. So it's one that you probably don't want to miss. And it really is. All the things that they're saying is going to blow your mind. It really is. They're not just saying it. It really will change a lot of the aspects of pretty much everything. I'll just leave it at that.
Is there if you go back to the events tab, on the laptop, it gives you, if you just hover, put your cursor on it, on the events word, on back in the menu.
Oh, I can't just hover on mine.
Because on here, if you hover over it on the laptop, it gives you the online version of it, which will say you can purchase the $2 tickets for the online, or you can purchase for the event if you're there in person. So that's the difference. Okay, just so you know.
Okay. And yeah, and then you can also get to the compensation plan pretty easily this way too, and be able to share it with people. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my home, click on my home button again, and I'm going to go into YouTube. So I have everything, you know, categorized, so I can go right in and click on the YouTube button. And from there, I'm going to just show you how to get to John's YouTube channel pretty easily. Uh-oh, I stopped sharing, looks like.
You're still sharing, Laura.
Oh, that's weird. Told me I wasn't, lied to me. Okay. So from here, I would do a search. So I would, is it sharing still?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's not showing up on my computer.
You might have hit mirroring, it's hard to say, mirroring. That word popped up for a second.
Okay. So from here, I don't know what's going on. It's clicking me out. So, okay, I won't worry about it. So, but from here, I would do a search. I'll just kind of go off of my own. I would do a search. So I'd hit that magnifying glass up at the top. And then I would type in what John's Facebook group is. And this is what John's group looks like. And hopefully you can see that. If my phone stops sharing, let me know.
It's not share. It's sharing, but it's stuck on videos and YouTube where you'd go and the search bar is, or the little magnifying glass is. That's it.
Okay, hang on.
You see that stop mirroring on there?
Yeah, I don't want to stop mirroring. I want to share my screen.
Maybe if you go out and come back, I don't know if you go out and come back in, if that helps.
Let me try it.
Okay. We get to encounter all sorts of challenges throughout our days, don't we?
Uh-huh.
Now it looks like it's changing, so.
Okay. All right. So like I said, you'd go up to that, the magnifying glass, and you would type in what his channel's name is. But I have so I would go up. It's stopping for some reason. It's not liking my phone. So his Facebook page, maybe it doesn't like YouTube. That's probably what it is. But it's rNetwork Affiliates is his group. And so I was going to show you how you would be able to copy his videos quickly. So then you would click on videos, and from there you would pull up, there's 3 dots along each one of the, if you're in YouTube, I hope you're following along with me. There's 3 dots to the right of each one of his videos, and you would just click on those 3 dots, and you would click on the share button. And so by clicking on share, you can then just click on copy link, and then you can post that pretty much anywhere you want. You can send it out personally, you can send it in text, you could send it into a Facebook group, whatever, and it's just a short little link that you're going to be able to share, or maybe put a little message with it, or whatever it is. And then also you would want to go to your subscriptions button. You should see a subscription somewhere on your screen. Mine's at the bottom. And actually I would go to his home page. I would click on choose channel, and then you see that there's a button that says subscribe. Hopefully you're seeing that. It says subscribe. And so you want to subscribe to his YouTube channel, or any other, or rNetwork, their corporate channel. And you would click on subscribe, and you want to click on the bell. There should be a bell to the right of that word subscribe. And when you click on it, it's going to give you 3 options. You don't want any notifications, you want personalized, or you want all of the notifications. I click on all notifications because I want to be able to get it out to my team as soon as possible. Does anyone have any questions on that on YouTube? I am more than happy to share this stuff with anybody. Also, if you want to get a group together and I can kind of go through things that way too. If you find yourself getting lost or whatever, I'm more than happy to do that. One of the things that I do is to keep myself organized is I have notes that are on my computer. And so I'll go in, if there's something that I want to copy and paste, like I could be in a, I could be in John's group and somebody, I'll give you an example. I'm going to go into notes here. And one thing that's asked quite frequently, and things that are asked frequently, I will put in my notes. I will copy and paste from one place to another and paste it mostly in my notes. The biggest thing, I'm trying to find the one that I get all the time. And I don't have it, I don't believe I don't have it pinned. Is security. And so somebody says, well, what's the security on the phone? I'm like, well, I don't want to write that out for the 50th time. You know, so when I saw it, and it happened to be one of the times that I clicked on all notifications in John's Facebook group for a certain post that was there, and somebody asked John a question about security. He answered it perfect. And so I went in and I copied what he said. And if those of you who don't know how to copy from your phone, is you just tap and hold on the words that you want, and then it'll kind of get a blue highlight on it. And then you can scroll down and select the entire post area. And then you'll get a little pop-up that says copy, and you just want to click on copy. And then you go to whatever app you have where you want to paste it. If you want to paste it in a text, if you want to paste it, you know, in an email, then you just go to wherever that is, or into notes and create a header for it, which is what I did. And then I just copied it in my notes section under rNetwork. I created a file for rNetwork, and I created a new post for security. So now when somebody asks me, I just go in, I copy it, and I paste it back to them. I think I look pretty professional when I do that, because they're probably like, dang, she did that really fast. She's a fast typer. But
I love it.
It just gives you the ability to be able to help people quickly. And so you can see from looking at my folders, I have a lot of folders, but my main one that I use is that rNetwork. And then I just have a lot of things that I have posted in here that are beneficial, so that I can save myself time. And the larger our teams get, you're going to want to save yourself time and be able to help as many people as you possibly can. And lastly, that I wanted to share is that some people may not know is how to do a screen capture. How do you copy something quickly that let's just go into one of these Facebook groups, and if I wanted to do just capture a screen, let's say this event that's coming up, well, that's kind of boring. If I wanted to just like say I wanted to send a picture of John, John, I'm going to send a picture of you. I would just take it, and I would just like, I would hold in the power button on the iPhone, and it may be the same on the Android, but I'd hold in the power button on my Android, on my iPhone, and the home button all at the same time. And when I do that, you're going to see a flash on your screen. See what just happened? So now where did that picture go? That picture actually went into all of my photos. So now I can go into my photos, and I can reuse that picture wherever I want. You might want an image that maybe somebody did in one of the Facebook groups. You can just literally go into like an image, like this one right here. This has got an image on it. So I'll just click on this, and maybe I just want that image. So what I do is, because sometimes, you know, you want something really cool to send with someone to capture their attention. And so with Dave's post, he actually attached a photo. And you can do the same thing. So I would just click on the photo of this picture, and you can see when I tap the screen again, it's going to bring up those 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. All I have to do is click on those 3 dots, and I have options now. I can send it in Messenger. I can turn on notifications. I can save the photo. So that's what I want to do. I want to save the photo, and now it's in my photos. And now I can go back to that photo in my photos, and I can send it wherever I want. I can send it as a post, maybe in another Facebook group or whatever I want. But that's a good way to be able to just to screen capture those cool photos that we see all the time in rNetwork, and be able to just look a little bit more professional as we're sharing things.
Laura, when you save that to your phone, when you click save to save it, where is it? How is it labeled?
So when I go back to my photos, so this is my, so this up here, this is my photo file. And so I'll go up to that and I'll click on it. And so you can see that this is where my photo went. So it's probably going to go into all of my albums to begin with. If I click on that, it's going to come up with a ton of stuff. And I can click on it, and there it is again. And then I can click on it, and I can send it via Messenger if I want to. You can see on the bottom of the screen possibly where, I'm not sure if you can, but there's a little box that has an arrow in it. That means that I can now share it. If I click on it, it gives me a bunch of options where I can share this photo now to people, or I can send it in notes, or a text message, an email. So there's a lot of options done that way.
Carissa is asking, is there a way to get to the notes on a web page so everything could be typed on a computer keyboard? I'm not sure I understand.
Do you mean, Carissa, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Carissa, go ahead and unmute yourself.
I will say this, that I'm not sure if she's meaning from your phone, if your phone's plugged into your computer, how you can access those files to your computer. I haven't actually tried to use my notes to my computer, but I do know that there was a recent update in Windows 10 that you can actually share your entire phone contents very easily with Android. They haven't brought it out from iPhone yet, though, and I'm really anxiously waiting for that. So that's probably an upcoming add-on to Windows 10. I hope that answered that.
Oh, she said she'd talk to you later about it, Laura.
Are there any other questions about anything now? Because I'm pretty much done with my presentation.
She said, Lynn asked, is there captioning, closed captioning for our deaf members? Closed captioning on what, Lynn? What are you asking about? You can unmute yourself and let us know, please. Oh, no.
Oh, I meant for, you know, for our, when our members want to watch this training, can they have access via captioning?
Laura?
I don't know. I sympathize with that completely because I have some deaf people on my team as well. I'm not sure if it would be something that we would have to subscribe to via YouTube in order to do that.
I played around with that before. Lynn, do you know how to do that on YouTube?
No, but I think a lot of people do. I just don't.
Okay, I know of one person that I can check with. I've played around with it before on YouTube, and a couple of times I've been able to get it, but if you ask me how I did it, I can't tell you.
I had the impression that as long as you put it on YouTube, then there's an option to turn on the English captioning.
Yeah, I've tried that, and like I said, sometimes it seems to work. You know, we can mess around with it, or Laura maybe can't. We can mess around with it a little bit and see if we can do that, but otherwise I'll check with somebody to see how to. Okay, thanks, Lynn. As long as we're in on that, can I just show, does anybody have any questions about any other questions about what Laura shared with us about the phones, or any other questions at all? No? Okay, one thing I just wanted to share real quick is this. Let me just share this real quick. Oops. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. Can you guys see my cursor up here where I'm circling? Yes or no? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can? Okay,
Yeah.
good. I did this a few weeks ago. There was one of the leaders reached out to me and said that they had a large community of Spanish-speaking people on their team, and they were looking for some materials, you know, from corporate or whatever on in Spanish. So, of course, we know that corporate has not come out with any of their documents yet in other languages. I know that is planned. I'm not sure when. But so I went through and I installed this. It's the Google Translate. Each person has to install it on their own computer. I guess there would be an option on a phone too. I'm not sure. But
Yes,
it's
there is.
okay. It's not the best in the world. But if you have members from other countries and English is not their first language, you might want to share that with them. And a lot of non-English speaking people, if they're doing online work, already know about Google Translator. So for me, and I have seen some pages where it says, you know, you can, it's easy to install, it's free. If you have any members that want to do it, and it'll translate everything that you see. You can copy and like if I wanted to translate this whole page or a comment or something like that, I just copy and paste it in here, or I can do translate this whole page. Okay, so it's kind of a cool little tool that is, again, available to everyone. I went through and I did a whole bunch of documents, converting them or translating them from English to Spanish. I can't do every single thing, but it's very time consuming for someone like me. So anyway, but it is cool if you have some members that don't speak, they want some documents, you know, you can go ahead and use this Google Translator. It's just, you just Google Translator, and then it'll tell you, you know, how to go to the App Store and get it and download it onto your laptop or your phone. So it's very simple. I just wanted to throw that in just as a little.
I will say too, I use that a lot when I'm talking to people from different countries.
Yeah.
So that they feel comfortable in knowing that someone can help them in their language. So
Exactly.
that when you're trying to get the information across regarding rNetwork and hopefully get them to join your team, you're able to use that Google Translate to transfer whatever you want to say to them. So it's a really cool tool.
Yeah. Okay, so we wanted to try to keep this at about an hour or less, so we're a little bit over an hour. Last chance, if anybody has any questions about anything that you'd like to ask us, we'll be here for a couple more minutes. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and end the call. And thank you
Hey, Laura,
all.
Cindy, this is Dale. Hillius, how are you, ladies?
Good. How are you?
Good to hear from
I am
you.
outstanding. As always, we appreciate you so very much. You ladies are both lifesavers, have been to me a few times, so I wanted to say thank you publicly. I will also say that the Google Translate app is amazing. It's really, really good. Once you get the hang of it, it's helped me so many times with conversations with people from a variety of different countries. You write out what you think you want to say, copy and paste it. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll translate it back from the original translation back into English to see how it reads and just modify it accordingly. But that is so amazing when you're able to have a conversation with somebody that's in Bulgaria, in Italy, someone who's fluent in French and Spanish, and to be able to converse with them. There's an ease that people feel with that and a confidence. So it really is a wonderful tool. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. But thank you so much for doing this today. This has been really fantastic.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale.
We appreciate you too. Anyone else have anything?
Hi, Cindy. This is Cheryl from Houston.
Hi.
Hi, Laura. Hi. I have a question about, I could pretty much, I have an Android. So I kind of lost track of what you were doing through your phone. I was wondering, are you going to be putting in like steps or how to, opposed to how to do it either on an Android or the other phones? Are you going to, I don't know how you would do it, but like a written step by step.
Well, I think that's the plus of having the video going. If there, I do have access to an Android phone also that possibly I might be able to do a video on also. Yeah, I mean, it would be possible to do that. It's just a little bit time consuming for me at the moment, to be honest with you. But yes, it's definitely possible to do. Definitely. It's not something difficult. It's just something that's time consuming with everything that's happening. I'm getting ready to go to Idaho too for the, John and I are going to Idaho for that presentation this weekend. And so it wouldn't be anything that would come out real soon.
Yeah.
So with all the notifications on the 6th. So, but yeah, I mean, but Cheryl, I am more than happy to help you with whatever you need. Anybody, actually, I'm happy to. Cheryl's not on my team. I don't care who it is. I'm more than happy to help whoever needs it. Or if you want to just have Cindy and I do I'm speaking for Cindy now, but I pretty much know how Cindy is. But if there's something we can do together as a team and we can help you singularly or for a smaller group or something, we're more than happy to do that.
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, and maybe late next week, Cheryl, we can, you want to send me a message and remind us. That would be cool. And then maybe Laura and I can get together and work on that and just put it as a document in our file section. I like hard copy myself. I'd rather read than be on a video, but everybody's got their preference. But I think it is good to have something like that. And the other thing I want to say, if you guys need any kind of special trainings on anything that Laura and I might be able to help you with, or we're both more than happy to do that. Or if you have, groups of people that you'd like us to do a Zoom call with or whatever, just know, I think one of the big things that our network really drives home is for everyone to know, every member to know, you're not alone in this. It's not just you that is bringing in a new team member. It's all of us behind you that is bringing in a new team member on each and every person's team. And I know that's really unusual, but we're really trying to walk our talk and be there for our members. And again, whatever we can do to help, we're more than happy to do. Just so you all know that, and that's it. So if nobody has any other questions, then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And Laura and I will discuss if we want to have this as a weekly or, maybe bi-weekly or bi-monthly, something like that. We'll figure it out. But we really appreciate all you guys coming on today. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day. We know you're inundated with Zoom calls and, for this or that or the other all the time. So we thought we'll try this and see if it helps. And hopefully it has helped some of you to get a little bit more information on things that we, talked about today. And that's all I got. Laura, you got anything you want to say?
I just want to close by saying, thank you guys for coming in and listening to, a couple of ladies talking about stuff that maybe kind of drives us crazy because we want for all of our team to know this stuff. So
Yeah.
So our whole goal is just from now, for the information that we shared with you, that now go back and you start sharing it with your teams so that we can start this snowball effect of people knowing how to better run their business, know where to look for on the different groups, and know how to get to point A to point Z quickly. And so like Cindy said, we're more than happy to help anybody. And with that, I think we'll just close the meeting, eh?
Yeah, and Laura said, well, we will post this in the different chat groups, and we'll go ahead and post it on John's Facebook group also. Once the video's finished downloading or uploading, Laura said she'll go ahead and post it, so look for that. Dale, we got it. Don't worry, bud. Okay, thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Ladies, bye-bye.
Bye.